Yeah, hello students. Good morning, all of you. Once again, a warm welcome to the Computer Networks online session. So today, the video number 22, which also belongs to the unit number 3, data link layer. So mostly this is the last part of unit number 3. So you guys know the unit number 3 is the data link layer. So there in the data link layer, up to now, what the topics we have to cover, we covered is what is the major responsibilities of data link layer. So the major responsibilities are service provided to the network layer, framing, error control, and flow control. So these topics we covered in the past week. And next, the error correction and error detection techniques, and the error correction and detecting codes. And next one are the different protocols. So what we discussed from the past 2 to 3 videos are the protocols which are needed in the data link layer, the simplex protocol, stop and wait protocol, sliding window protocol. In sliding window protocol, so in the last video we covered one bit sliding window protocol. Now there is only two topics are remaining. Those are go back and end protocol and selective repeat protocol. Selective repeat protocol. So in this video, we covered this go back and end protocol and selective repeat protocol. So in the sliding window protocol, so there are two types of protocols are there. One is unidirectional and half duplex protocol. For that purpose, we discussed simplex protocol and simplex stop and wait protocol. Simplex protocol and simplex stop and wait protocol. So these are for this is completely unidirectional. The simplex protocol is the completely unidirectional, only one-way transmission, sender sends and receiver receives. But the simplex stop and wait protocol is half duplex, using same channel. In that particular same channel, first frame is transmitted, next acknowledgement is transmitted. That is stop and wait protocol. But coming to the sliding window protocols, in the sliding window protocol is completely the bidirectional protocol. Completely, the bidirectional protocols are called it as the sliding window protocol. The bidirectional protocols are called it as sliding window protocol. Sliding window protocol is there are three types in the sliding window protocols. First one is one bit sliding window protocol. That what we covered in the last video. One bit sliding window protocol. It is one bit sliding window protocol. We covered this in the last video. One bit sliding window protocol, its example and different cases. There are total 6 cases are there in the one bit sliding window protocol. So all the 6 cases we explained in the last video. And next, another two sliding window protocols are also there. Those are the solutions for the stop and wait protocol problems. So there we are using the pipelining concept and allowing W frames to send before blocking. So the solution for these stop and wait protocols are the remaining two. Whatever the remaining two protocols are there in the sliding window protocol, those two are the solutions for the stop and wait protocol. So those two protocols are, first one is go back and end protocol. Go back and end protocol, and the second one is selective repeat protocol. First one is go back and end protocol, and next one is selective repeat protocol. Selective repeat protocol, already as the name suggests, go back and end protocol, selective repeat protocol. Selective repeat protocol. So what happened there in go back and end protocol and the selective repeat protocol, that what we will discuss in this video. So the first one is go back and end protocol. This is the second sliding window protocol. The first sliding window protocol is one bit sliding window protocol, and the second sliding window protocol is go back and end protocol. Go back and end protocol. In the go back and end protocol, it improves efficiency of stop and wait protocol by not waiting. So there in the stop and wait protocol, the channel is the sender is waits to send second frame until to receive the acknowledgement. The sender waits some amount of time. How much amount of time? whenever he receives the acknowledgement from the receiver, then only he sends the second frame. So that is one of the drawback in the stop and wait protocol. To improve the efficiency of stop and wait protocol, these go back and end protocol will work good in the sliding window protocol manner. So it improves efficiency of stop and wait protocol by not waiting. So I think you guys all understanding the stop and wait protocol in the previous videos. So there in the stop and the first protocol is simplex and wait. The simplex protocol. In the simplex protocol, unidirectional transmission is done. The second one is to overcome the simplex protocol, the stop and wait protocol is introduced. There in the stop and wait protocol. So what is the problem in the simplex protocol? The sender sends the frames and receiver receives the frames. There is no two-way communication, only one-way communication. Sender always sends and receiver receives, but the sender doesn't know. So is all the frames are reached to the receiver, reached to the destination or not? The sender doesn't know about all the sending frames are reached to the destination or not. For that purpose, the second protocol is implemented. That is called stop and wait protocol. There in the stop and wait protocol, the sender sends frame number 1 to the receiver. After receiving the frame number 1 without errors, the receiver sends an acknowledgement frame again back in the same line. That is half duplex mode. First sender sends, after receiver receiving that frame, now the receiver sends an acknowledgement by using the same path. By using same path, the receiver sends the uh, acknowledgement frame to the sender. After receiving the acknowledgement from the receiver, then only the sender sends the second frame. Then only the sender sends the second frame. So here some amount of time is wasted. So what amount of time is wasted? So after sending the frame, the sender waits until to receive the acknowledgement. After receiving the acknowledgement only, the sender sends the second frame. So in that particular time, there is a waiting period is there. So to improve the efficiency of stop and wait protocol for not waiting, these go back and end protocol is used. Now keep channels busy by continuing to send frames and allow a window of up to WS outstanding frames. And next, use M bit sequencing numbers, and receiver discards all subsequent frames following an error one, and sender no acknowledgement for those discarded. So if he sends the acknowledgement from discarded frames also, that delays so much amount of time. If sender sends one frame and receiver receives, due to some reasons, some particular timeout period, sender again resend that particular frame number 1, that is called a duplicate discarded frame. For that duplicate discarded frame received by the receiver, if the receiver sends an acknowledgement for that particular duplicate frame also, it takes so much amount of time. For that purpose, the receiver discards all subsequent frames following an error one, and send no acknowledgement for those discarded. So the receiving window size is 1, the sending window might get full. The receiving window size is 1. That means frames must be accepted in the order they were sent. The frames must be accepted in the order they were sent. The sending window might get full. If so, retransmitted unacknowledged frames. Retransmitted unacknowledged frames. So then we easily delete that unacknowledged frames. These unacknowledged frames are called it as the, here you can observe this diagram. So A sends frames, B receives, B sends acknowledgement. In this case, so this is one of the case in the one bit sliding window protocol. So time is out, automatically A sends duplicate frame. So this is the duplicate discarded frame. For this duplicated discarded frame also, if B sends acknowledgement, so that takes a channel busy and time waste process. For that purpose, B doesn't send the acknowledgement for, B doesn't send an acknowledgement for duplicate and discarded frames. So whenever the frame is busy, here what we have to be discussed is receiving window size 0, sending window might get full. If sending window might get full, if so, retransmitted unacknowledged frames, wasting a lot of bandwidth if error rate is high. If error rate is high, this is a go back and end protocol example. So 0 transmitted and 0 acknowledgement received, 1 from sender side acknowledgement, and 2 from center side, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, again 2, 3. Now here the acknowledgement 2 back here, acknowledgement 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So why all these frames are doesn't send is frame 0 and frame 1 are correctly received. Frame 0 and frame 1 are correctly received and acknowledged. Correctly received and acknowledged. Frame 2, however, is damaged or lost. Frame 2, however, is damaged or lost. The sender, unaware of this problem, continues to send frames until the timer of frame 2 expires. Continuously sends frames until the timer will expire. This is the time period. Unaware of this problem, continues to send frames until the timer for frame 2 expires. Then it back up to frame 2 and starts all over with it and sending 2, 3, 4, etc. all over again. Sending 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 again and again. Sorry, again. So I think you guys understand the problem. So what the problem is, 0 and 1 are correctly received, but coming to the 2, 2 is lost or damaged in between. 2 is lost and damaged in between. The sender doesn't know about that. For that purpose, continuously to send frames until the timer of frame 2 expires, until the timer of frame 2 expires. Then it backs up to frame 2 and starts all over within sending 2, 3, 4 frames, etc. and all over again. So is the go back and n repeat with window 4. So go back and 4. So 4 frames are outstanding. So go back 4 is the example 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If the frame number 3 is lost, 4, 5, 6, again 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, acknowledgement 1, acknowledgement 2, acknowledgement 3, error is occurred here in the frame 3. Error, I think you guys understanding this problem. Error is occurred at the frame 3, but out of sequence frames ignored here, so acknowledgement 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So frame transmission are pipelined and keep the channel busy. Frame with errors and subsequent out of sequence frames are ignored here. The transmitted is forced to go back when window of 4 is exhausted. Window of 4 is exhausted. So go back and n ARQ sender window size. Sender window size. So size of the sender window must be less than 2 power band. Size of the sender window must be less than 2 power m, and size of the receiver is always 1. Size of receiver is always 1 and size of the sender is always less than 2 power m. If m is equals to 2, the window size is 2 power m minus 1, that is equals to 3. If m is equals to 2, the window size is 2 power m minus 1, that is equals to 3. The figure compares a window size of 3 and 4. The window size of 3 and 4 is the sender side, is the receiver side, frame 0, and the receiver receives it. Next, frame 1, frame 2, frame 3. Correctly discorded. Correctly discorded. R, 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 R. S, 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 S. I think we already discussed about these variables S and R. S is the starting frame of initial frame of sender side, and R is the variable which is the receiving side variable. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So if the slide window is slided from 1 bit, window is slided 1 bit. 0, 1, 2, 3. This 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 is the frame size. 3 is the frame size. 0, 1, 2, 3 is the actual data. 0, 1, 2, 3 is the actual data. 3 is the frame size. First 0 frame size. Now 1 bit slide. 1 bit slide here. Now 1. So after again 1 bit slide 2. Again 1 bit slide, that is 3. So it matches 3. So correctly discarded. See here the window size less than or equals to 2 power n. So window size is less than or equals to 2 power m. Now coming to the second example. Here the window size is 4. Window size is 4. Here the window size is 3. Now here the window size is 4. So frame 0 sent. So receiver received that frame 0. Same sliding window. So 1 bit slide, 1 bit slide, 1 bit slide, 1 bit slide. Here the 1 bit slide. So erroneously accepted, the acceptance as the first frame in the next cycle is an error. So acceptance as the first frame in the next cycle, an error. So if the window size is equals to 2 power m, if the window size is equals to less than 2 power m. So why? Because here the frame size is 3, here the frame size is 4. So that's why it is equal to and it is less than. That is go back and n. Now next one is the selective repeat protocol. Selective repeat is the one of the sliding window protocol. Selective repeat is the one of the last sliding window protocol. Here in the selective repeat protocol, the receiver stores correct frames following the bad one. The receiver stores the correct frames following the bad one. The sender retransmits the bad one. The sender retransmits the bad one after noticing the receiver passes data to network layer and acknowledge it with the highest number. For example, the receiver number less than greater than or equals to 1. If any frame within the window may be accepted and buffered until all the proceedings one passed to the network layer, might need it needs large memory. It needs large memory, and the acknowledgement for frame n implicitly acknowledgement of all frames. So whenever an error is suspected by receiver, the receiver requests retransmission of frame. So when the error is suspected by the receiver requests retransmission of frame. So as the name suggests, selective repeat protocol, no need to send all the frames again. No need to send all the frames again. Whichever the frame is the errored frame, the whatever the frame identifies whatever the frame is error that is identified by the receiver sends an the receiver sends an acknowledgement to the sender. A receiver sends an n acknowledgement to the sender. So whatever the n acknowledgement is received by the receiver from the received by the sender from the receiver, so only that frames are retransmitted. So if you observe this diagram, 0, so acknowledgement, 1 acknowledgement. So now 2 is the error, 2 is the error, 3 nag 2, 4, 5, 2. So error, frames buffered by data link layer. These frames are in the buffered by data link layer. So these are stopped by the data link layer after retransmitting the 2. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 all are transmitted. So the timeout interval is 0, 1. So here the 2 is error. 2 is error. So again 3 cents, 4, 5, 6, 7 continuously transmitted. So whatever the error is occurred, so these are the buffered by the data link layer. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are the buffered by the data link layer. After again retransmitting the 2, it will be continued. So only selective frame is retransmitted. That is called selective retransmission protocol, selective and repeat protocol. So this is the third sliding window protocol. This is the third sliding window protocol. So not only the all data frames are transmitted whenever the error is occurred, only the selected frame is transmitted here. That is selective repeat with an ACK protocol. The selective repeat ARQ sender and receiver windows. These are the selective repeat sender and receiver windows. Sender side SF, S, SL. I think you guys all know about S, SF and SL. SL is the last, SF is the first, and S is the initial frame. Now here the variables, there R is divided into two parts. RF is the first and RL is the last. So these are the receiver side variables. So this is the selective repeat action. So what happened there in the selective repeat? So the best example for selective repeat action is, so 0 to 9, total 10 bits we have to be transmit. The packet size is 4. The packet size is 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. It is sent. So packet 0 received, here 1, 2, 3, 4 and delivered acknowledgement is sent. So again packet is transmitted, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, acknowledgement received. So here the packet is lost. Only packet 2 is lost. Packet 0, whatever the example we have discussed here, so that will be given here in the a brief manner. So packet 0, no, packet 1, packet 2, packet 3. Packet 0 transmitted, packet 1 transmitted, and packet 2 in between it is lost. It will be identified by the receiver. So receiver sends a NAC acknowledgement to the packet 2. So the packet 2 is again retransmitted. So selective repeat to ARQ lost frame. How the frame is lost here. the frame 0 transmitted, frame 1 transmitted, so acknowledgement 2 received. In between, frame 2 is lost. Frame 2 is lost. So frame 3 is received. Here the NAC for frame 2 is sent. Frame 0 received, frame 1 received, and frame 2 is not received. Why? Because in between frame 2 is lost. In between frame 2 is lost. So whenever we are transmitting frame 3 from sender to the receiver, receiver sends a NAC, no acknowledgement of frame 2 to the sender after receiving frame 3. Now again we are resending the frame 2. So after receiving frame 3, the receiver receives frame 2 again. I think you guys understand what happened there in the selective repeat. So first packet 0 received, packet 2, packet 1 received, packet 2 lost, packet 2 lost. Next, continuously. So no need to send. So in general case, we have to wait for the acknowledgement. After receiving the acknowledgement only, we are sending frame 3. After receiving the acknowledgement, we are sending frame 3. Otherwise, we have to resend the frame 2 until we have to receive the acknowledgement. That is the problem. For that purpose, this is the solution for the what we have to discuss is the solution for the stop and wait protocol. The selective repeat and go back and are the solutions for the stop and wait protocols. How we have to provide the solution is there. We are sending frame 0, it is received. We are sending frame 1, it also be received. We are sending frame 2, but frame 2 is lost. So receiver doesn't receive frame 2. So next we are sending frame 3. So frame 3 is received. After receiving frame 3, in sequence number, frame 2 is lost. Receiver identifies frame 2 is lost. So a NAC acknowledgement is sent by the receiver to the sender for the frame 2. So after receiving the NAC acknowledgement from the receiver, the sender again retransmits the frame 2. Now the sequence number is 0132. 0132. And is the selective repeat. So these are the different examples for the selective repeats. So selective repeat ARQ, sender window size, frame 0, frame 1, again frame 0. Window size is 2 power m minus 1 is equals to 2 power m minus 1, correctly discarded. Essentially accepted. Why? Because it is greater than or equals to 2 power m minus 1, 2 power n minus 1. These are the selective repeat protocol window size. Problem is caused by new and an old Windows overlapped solutions and selective repeat protocols. Sender side and receiver side. You go through with the lecture notes. You can easily identify the selective and repeat protocols. Selective and repeat protocols. So if the reverse traffic is light effect, here are some examples. Initial situation with a window size 7, after 7 frames sent and received but not acknowledgement. So initial situation with a window size of 4. So after 4 frames sent and received but not acknowledged. These are some examples for the selective repeater. So in this video we covered the two sliding window protocols, which are the solutions for the stop and wait protocols. In this video, we covered two protocols. Those are selective repeat protocol, go back and end protocol. Selective repeat protocol and go back and end protocol. Go back and end protocol. So here in the go back and end protocol, so frame 0, frame 1 are correctly received and acknowledged. Frame 2 damaged. The sender unaware about that whatever the lost frame, he continuously sends the frames. That is go back and end. But one more better solution is selective repeat. Whichever the frame is lost will identify by the receiver, and receiver sends a NAC acknowledgement with the next received frame. So that is selective repeat protocol. These are the remaining two sliding window protocol. The first sliding window protocol is 1-bit sliding window protocol. The remaining two protocols are go back and end protocol and selective repeat protocol. In go back and end protocol, NARQ protocol. So depending upon the size, it's frame go back and end, frame 0, frame 1, frame 2, frame 3. So depending upon the window size, it transmits. In the selective repeat, whichever the frame is lost will identify by the receiver that frame only again retransmitted by the sender. So with this we successfully covered unit number 3. So again I made another 2 videos which belongs to unit number 3. Those are overview of unit number 3 in 2 videos. I will make another 2 videos. So unit number 3. So what we covered here in the unit number 3 is data link layer. Here these are the topics up to now we covered. Service provided to the network layer. So what are the uh, service provided to the network layer is one of the major responsibility of data link layer. So there are 4 major responsibility of data link layers. That is one question. The 4 major responsibilities are service provided to the network layer, framing, error control, and flow control. And next topics are error detection and error correction techniques. And next, this is the half part. Error with the error detection and error up to this is the half unit. And next, the protocol based. There in the protocols, there are total 5 protocols we discussed. One is simplex protocol, second one is simplex stop and wait protocol, and next remaining 3 are the sliding window protocols. So simplex protocol is the unidirectional, simplex stop and wait protocol is the half duplex protocol, and the sliding window protocol is the bidirectional and the full duplex protocols. There are 3 sliding window protocols are there. First one is 1-bit sliding window protocol, second one is go back and then sliding window protocol, and the third one is selective repeat sliding window protocol. Is the unit number 3. So with this video we successfully completed unit number 3. With this video we successfully completed unit number 3, and I will made another 2 videos which related to unit number 3, that is overview of unit number 3 in 2 parts. Overview of unit number 3 in 2 parts in the coming 2 videos. With this we also covered second part of unit number 2 also. Why? Because unit number 2 consisting of some protocols, sliding window protocols, and some error detection and correction techniques. I think you guys observe the syllabus of unit number 2, uh, along with the medium access control. It consisting of some data link layer also. So the unit number 2 belongs to physical layer, and some part of unit number 2 consisting of data link layer. So we covered all the data link layer concepts here in the unit number 3. So with this we successfully completed total 3 units. So next 2 videos are the overview of this unit number 3. Okay, thank you very much.